As the CEO of Bay Area Youth Services, I would certainly say to any of my peers or anyone leading an organization that you can't afford not to engage the services of ProLogic. My name is Dr. Pam Alvarez, and I'm the Executive Director and President at Bay Area Youth Services. And we are basically a juvenile diversion agency with several programs across the state. We're a nonprofit, and we've been in business for 32 years. When I came into my agency about 3 years ago as a new CEO, I had a lot of things to look at. All of our processes, all of our contracts, all of our vendors, and with multiple offices, it was really overwhelming. And we actually talked about this as a team when we thought about the time, the energy, and the skill it would take to really comb through all of our contracts and look at the details and then interpret them. We all kind of looked at each other and said, not going to happen. And we happened to have a conversation with our insurance broker, and he said to me, would you be interested in having an efficiency expert come in and kind of look at your contracts and help you to see if there's cost savings? And I jumped on that right away. I said, yes. He made the introduction with ProLogic, and right off the bat, I was very impressed because I got a phone call very quickly, so that contact was made. We set up a meeting, and I felt very comfortable that we had somebody so professional coming into our organization to at least talk about the services. We were still concerned about how much time it might take and how much we would have to accommodate the process. The first thing that I was really impressed with was how clearly they explained to us the plan, several phases, what that would look like, and what they would need along the way. And it seemed very simple. And so my accounting specialist said to me right away, this is a piece of cake. It was very easy, and it was not time consuming. Most of our communication was via email with very specific requests of us that we could turn around in less than 24 hours. And it was usually as simple as, here's the form, we've filled it out for you, I need you to review it, I need you to sign it, scan it, and send it back. They brought us a thorough, recommendation, reasons why, some history and other information, but it was really up to us and what we wanted to do for our agency. And so if we said, well, we have a relationship with this vendor, or there's some other byproduct here, we don't want to go here, they were fine with that. We found the hidden clauses and the things that we had signed on to unknowingly, and were able to really work through that process, whether or not we were changing vendors, but really to position us for the future as well, like getting out of an auto renew so that sometime in the future we could make some changes that we needed to make, and that was very helpful. We wouldn't have been able to do that on our own. They weren't coming in from a company that was trying to sell us something. They had an objective view at looking at all of our vendor contracts. And even if we didn't have to make changes, I had that peace of mind that somebody was saying, you're good here. Whatever it is you do in your business, I think it's important that you bring somebody into your organization. Again, not to create chaos and not to put people over the edge, but to have that affirmation that you're as good as you think you are. When we engaged ProLogic and learned about the way they go about doing their business and found out that they weren't going to make any money unless we had savings, we knew that there was an incentive for both of us, and that it was almost a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you engage in this relationship, and why wouldn't you work with them? They were going to be working as hard as we were to find cost savings.